take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Champion, yeah, we here. Yeah, this the winning team. 6 rings with a pinky ring. Everybody used to pick at me, now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hissing, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Hitting blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number 1. Number 2 never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought. Yeah, I buy like 23. Whoa. Won't fall again, and I put that on me. Yeah, I feel the way, my heart all on my sleeve. Yeah, that's why I had to put my wrist on freeze. Coming for the win, can't take another L. Designer on me, this they new Chanel. Did that splash, did that drill. Yeah, champion, yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog.
Today, from Empower Field at Mile High in Denver, it's Week 7 of the NFL. Sports. It's the Denver Broncos taking on the Kansas City Chiefs.
We find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And hello again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, we look at this Bronco team. They've certainly found their groove of late, winners of 5 in a row.
And I think the sky's the limit for this team. They're playing the best football that they've played in a long time.
Meanwhile, for the visitors here, the Chiefs, they've got all W's on the ledger so far, a perfect 6-0.
Yeah, still a long way to go in this season, but they're showing everyone early on that they intend to be there in the end.
The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
Brandon, it's always nice when you get recognized with an individual award. And he was the AFC Offensive Player of the Week last week, but when you do it in a win, so much the better.
Absolutely, and he was all talking about that win, not so much the award he received on Wednesday.
And it's a nice-looking award. I wonder if he took it home, you know, got out of the car, showed it off to the kids in the neighborhood, and passed it around. I wonder what he did with it.
Buying time to his left. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
Bradley Chubb on the tackle.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24.
He was brought down by
a couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. When in doubt, do it yourself as he keeps it for 3 and a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down. Now, I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
They should have put a stamp on me in the
Travis Kelce, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So That play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off with a Kansas City touchdown.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. KJ Hamler returning it. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. So here are the Broncos now for their opening drive. Well, they'll be led out by their quarterback. Back in the NFL for the first time since 2016, it's Colin Kaepernick.
A true dual threat at the quarterback position. And let's remember him back in the 2012 season. That game in the playoffs that he had against Green Bay. Ran for 181 yards and 2 scores. Threw for 2 touchdowns. That's the kind of potential he brings to the table every time he steps on the field.
And his throw here's incomplete. Cortland Sutton, first-time Pro Bowler. He was the intended target. But it's going to be second down. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll be taken down right around the 27. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. Eluding the pressure right. Say what you want, but Kaepernick's still one of the best at doing that as the scramble gets him a first. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else.
On the carry.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side.
Kaepernick's pass.
5 yards on 1st down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on 2nd.
Yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kaepernick able to get this to Gordon. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
That's good.
Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. So 2 first downs, and that moves the ball to the 42 now, 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. A look at the numbers a week ago for Lindsay. 17 carries, 68 yards, and a touchdown.
He's been a huge part of their winning streak because he establishes not just an identity.
Kaepernick hit, fumble. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive that got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Dances by at the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards. Oh, he fakes the spike. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and
throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. A gritty play there. Put his nose down and got his guys a first.
He was able to get away earlier in the drive, but apparently all the time they put in practice finally came to the front, didn't it? They remembered their lessons and found a way to contain him when he took off on that one.
More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll run it with Williams. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his first touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he gets in. But no one was expecting a fake there, but they add 2 more onto their lead.
All right, partner, one more time. Our whole lives, you put the ball on the 3-yard line, kick the extra point. 2015, they put it on the 15 to kick the extra point. 2016, they said, we're leaving it there. So if you want to fake it, that's a long way to go. And they got it done.
I was going to say, they had a 15-yard play in their back pocket.
You don't see that on too many play sheets, do you?
No. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he returns this to the 22.
The Broncos.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter.
At their own 22-yard line.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15-0 our score. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
15. Broncos nothing.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Gordon. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
Gordon, the ball carrier.
The linebacker Anthony Hitchens there on the stop.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd down, here's Kaepernick. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Sam Martin.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
Here's Hill on the return.
Offside defense.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
So 1st and 10 after a big mistake on 4th down with a penalty. Here's a give to Lindsey. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
Number 30, Philip Lindsay.
Derek Nottie makes the tackle.
He was brought down at the...
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I wonder if they just kind of outguessed themselves a little bit trying to run it on 3rd down. Probably should have gone to the air to try and pick it up. Instead, the punting unit will have to run on the field.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line.
Offside defense.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. Now a handoff for Lindsey. Chris Jones on the stop.
Lindsey, the ball carrier.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Philip Lindsey.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
A 1-yard pick.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Denver Broncos.
That third down conversion good for 23. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Cortland Sutton, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer.
When you're a great route runner, it makes you that much better as a receiver because now your quarterback trusts that you're going to be where he expects, and he's able to deliver the ball on time.
And they're back within 8. It's 15-7. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it ends with a Denver touchdown. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And here's where I'm perfectly happy to defer to my analyst and let him analyze this one.
I don't get it.
That's the analysis?
That's the analysis. I don't get it. I mean, you're on the other side of midfield. Maybe. But a big pump way down here. You want analysis? Ridiculous.
So they will accept the penalty and move forward. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
On 2nd and goal, standing alone in the backfield. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. But it looks like the Chiefs are going to get it back.
He's on the keeper.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as he'll try to get 3 before half. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left edge. Butker's kick here is good.
The kick is good.
And that will make this a 9-point lead.
Chiefs 18. Broncos 9.
So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Hamler now to return it. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll get started down at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, where you see the final score there. 24-17, your final score. From there, let's head up to Baltimore to check in on the Ravens at home at M&T Bank Stadium. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. A 2-touchdown victory, 31-17, the final. Finally, let's get to the desert to check on the Cardinals at home in Glendale. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Seahawks. DeAndre Hopkins, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. Hamler now to return it. Now a hit and a loose football, and it's picked up by the Cheifs. That he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So they get the one-score kickoff, get a fumble, take it right back to the house. 2 quick touchdowns within a matter of about 10 seconds on the game clock.
It's like a big 1-2 punch that may lead to a knockout.
The defense more than did its job. Now the offense is summoned onto the field as they'll go for 2. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Well, they had the big play on the fumble return. They were looking for the 1-2 punch, but they couldn't get that 2-point conversion.
And I have to wonder, were they scheduled to go ahead and kick the extra point? But after a play like that, you talk about the 1-2 punch, right? It's a momentum play. Go for 2 and really try to capitalize, and that's what they attempted.
Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So that one will be accepted. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Shotgun snap now for Kaepernick. He's got his big tight end, Fant. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. And we're at the 41, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun, it's Kaepernick. Airing it out for Hamilton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for him. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
On 3rd and long, it's Kaepernick. And this is going to be incomplete.
Kaepernick's pass.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face, coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
You gotta be kidding me.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 12-yard.
Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Williams. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the... Oh, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Result of the play is a safety.
And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could...
And they try to razzle-dazzle, but the ball's out. It's picked up by the Broncos. And this is going to be brought back for a Denver touchdown. Well, you know, you can't get all the points back at once, but baby steps a good start.
A start that was sorely needed because this team looked like they might be out of this one, but getting a touchdown, getting back into it, gives them hope as they move forward.
And the lead will shrink to 6. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way. The fumble return for a touchdown. Here's Hardman on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Hardman on the return. The Chiefs take over 1st and 10. At their own.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered. And oh my goodness, he loses it again. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, and that could have been trouble.
Damian Williams on the carry. Fumble on the play.
All I can say about this play is that someone's living right. I mean, he's trying to gain yardage, trying to get upfield. Ball comes free. What's that panic that we've talked about oftentimes that you feel when you lose the ball?
You can sense it.
Oh, you can sense it. And somehow he got to it and was able to recover for his squad.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4. Now they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. But he will not make the 1st down marker. And that'll be a turnover on downs. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Number 30.
And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3.
On the tackle.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
At the 3.
They'll try and punch it in. Gordon hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. The 40. He's at the 30.
Here we go.
The 20. 10. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line. Well, there you go, from red zone to red zone on that fumble return.
It's amazing how fast things can turn around, isn't it? I mean, it looks like one team's driving, got everything taken care of. All of a sudden, the ball's on the ground or popped in the air, and whoosh, there you go in the other direction. Good job by the defense. You see how they practice that, too. You can tell, coordinated. As soon as they got the ball, everyone turned to block someone and try and help them along the way.
And now set up here, terrific field position. Butker's kick here is good. And that will make this a 9-point lead.
27, Broncos 18.
And that one will go down in the books as just a one-play drive and then 3 points tacked on to the end of it. So put 3 on the board, but from that far into enemy territory, probably hoping for more.
Yeah, I think they're going to get together on the sideline and talk about it, right? Because you get that far, that deep, you want to come away with a touchdown. They'll take the 3, but they're going to file it away for the future.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10.
Denver's offense ready to go again. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to the field, and to come away with nothing. That's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. Kaepernick again here on 2nd and 10. Goes back to Sutton, this time completes it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. Second and 16. To throw is Kaepernick. That's going to be caught by Judy. And I think the ball's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That burst good for 20 and a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that 1st half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
And this is caught. So he fakes the spike, and they get the touchdown. Travis Kelce with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Chiefs take advantage of the turnover and put up 6.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
And he got the rebound right there, but the defense was really placed well.
Yeah, they were right there. I mean, that's where it's really tough for a defender. When you're in the right spot, you're draped on the guy catching the ball, yet he still comes down with it.
Andy Reid never one to shy away from taking chances. He'll go for 2. They'll look to run for it with Williams. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And so they run it in on the 2-point try. You know, so often, Charles, we talk about from the offense's perspective what you do on the 2-point conversion. How about the defense? How do they play run versus pass?
It's really difficult for them because I think most teams want to play for the pass. That's what they see most teams do. And so are you able to mass enough people inside if the team decides to run it? Very difficult. I think what you're seeing a lot more now, people blitzing the 2-point conversion. They want you to make a quick decision and make it right now.
There, the offense wins the battle for 2.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
We put our attention now on the Chiefs defense. Forced the fumble last time, up on the scoreboard, things going their way.
Things are rocking easy now, and they feel good about themselves, confident, taking the ball away in the last possession. They're going to try and do it again.
So let me ask you, can you be playing free and that can be good, or it can also become bad, right?
I like the way you put it. You're exactly right. It can work both ways. Sometimes you get too loose and give up big plays and not handle your responsibilities. But oftentimes when you're playing free and easy and locked in, as they are today, you see the end result.
He'll try and run it, and he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
18.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Kaepernick gets it to Gordon, and he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
Complete to Miller.
You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackle. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Throwing now is Kaepernick. That's complete. It's Gordon. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From midfield, here's Kaepernick. This is the tight end fan. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Bronco 1st down there, 12 yards on the play.
Denver Broncos. 1st and 10.
On 1st down, Kaepernick. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Chris Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
Yeah, that is incomplete.
Kaepernick's pass intended for
what we just saw there. That's really been a common theme all afternoon.
A lot of pressure. That forced the errant pass. He's been under duress this entire afternoon. He just had to look.
Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football.
Offside. Defense.
No.
Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Chiefs defense comes up with a stop. That's another mistake there. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
Damian Williams on the carry.
So they keep the football, but now face 2nd and long. They run it again with Williams. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. It's picked up by the Broncos. And he'll be marked down at the 2-yard line. And, partner, I know hindsight's always 20/20, but, man, just in general, those laterals, they can be so risky, and we see the risk that can be involved right there.
And you just have to know.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Phillip Lindsay, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Chiefs are going to make the recovery. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting...
Oh, no, he lost the football. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll try and run down some clock with Williams. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. Escaping the pressure, fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it, but you know every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. Now after the fumble recovery, it's Kaepernick. Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. He was looking for the rookie Jerry Jeudy there, but it'll be 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
That's good.
Denver has a 1st down on the 15-yard play.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Now Kaepernick. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
brings up 2nd and 10.
Kaepernick to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Cortland Sutton was the man he was looking for, but now it'll be 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Kaepernick may be a free play. He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
Offside. Defense.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You said end of free play.
Yeah.
Right?
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Philip Lindsay with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And now the Broncos are within a 2-point conversion of tying up the game.
The touchdown is huge, but the focus now is on the 2-point play. I don't want to say they have a cushion here, but if they don't get it, they still have a chance for onside kick.
Yeah, they would need some big-time help, but you're right. There would be a shot, but the focus right now on that 2-point conversion. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the reserve, the Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Working with his 2nd and 4. Again, it's Williams. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
A gain of 4 yards.
3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
It's a gain of
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. We know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind, no pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now carry number 20 of the game. Here's Williams. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And they'll be celebrating in the Power and Light District. The Chiefs have won the football game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for Kansas City, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they will head home next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for Denver, they drop just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get an extra week to think about it as the midseason bye might be coming at just the right time. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.